My name is Brett Byron. I'm founder of LEXI'S. Obviously, Lexi's not here, so I'm going to have my son, Brett Jr., fill in. Today we're going to talk about a touchy subject. I'm hoping if you're watching the video, you can identify with it. It's about suicide. Again, my name is Brett Byron.
I'm Cody Plotz, and I'm a guitarist at Honest Sleep, and I'm here to help everyone.
My name is also Brett Byron. I sing in that band, and I just want to help also.
I'm William White. I went through this, and I'm part of LEXI'S, and I kind of want to help people who think about hurting themselves or killing themselves.
Cool. All right, so we'll start with a couple of questions. Maybe real quick, Cody, you can give us your story real quick. Tell us what brought you here, why you're here, besides being best friends with Boo in the band.
Well, one of the big reasons why I'm here is because most of middle school and early high school I was a pretty depressed kid, and it started at home, and it was between me and my dad. I always felt like I never met up to his standards, which put me in a dark place, and then after a while I figured I wasn't good enough for anything. So that's basically my story.
Okay, and Billy, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. You're born and raised here in Niagara Falls?
No, I was actually born in Messina, New York, and growing up in Rochester, New York, and then moved over here.
Cody, you lived here all your life?
Well, I was born here, and then my family moved to Syracuse, and then I came here right before.
All right, so pretty much Western New Yorkers, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so if you, we'll start with you, Billy. Give us a quick rundown. What happened? Why are you here?
I'm here because in 2008, my grandmother died. The first death I've ever witnessed, and I loved her with all my heart. I was used to having a lot of money, so that threw me into a depression.
All right, we'll stop that again. We'll start it again. Okay. Tell me why you're here, Bill. What happened? Give me your story real quick.
In 2008, my grandmother died, and I was used to having money, and I loved her with all my heart, and that just threw me into a depression because I wasn't used to not having money. So I quickly had to adjust. And the next year, 2009, my other grandmother died, which really hurt me. After that, 2010, my father called me and told me that he hates me, doesn't want anything to do with me, which basically just murdered me. My ego, and
Of course, it's understandable.
then the next year my Uncle Scott died, completely unexpected, died from a heart attack. And then the next year, 2012, my little sister Destiny was born, but my cousin Amanda died. And then the next year, last year, 2013, my dad actually came back, but because of all this, I felt like I wasn't loved, so I attempted to hang myself. And my dad came back after he got the bill.
Well, I for one can say I'm glad you didn't kill yourself, so if it means anything, you got friends. Cody, tell us what happened to you.
Well, my dad brought me up on a lot of sports and stuff, and I thought it was kind of fun because being a kid, you like to run around and hit people. And so I went through that for a few years, and then my dad decided he was going to become my coach, and then it ended up I can't have a dad be my coach because then
Sure, it was stressful.
it comes home and it makes him, if I mess up, he gets mad, and if I do good, I'm glorified. But when I told him that I didn't want to do sports anymore, he got pretty upset with me, and I became the kid that he didn't feel was really around a lot because he ignored me a lot. Well, at least I feel he did. And so that got me really depressed, and then after a while I was bullied a lot, online, offline, everywhere. And then so I attempted to OD on a bunch of pills that were in my medicine cabinet at home. And just woke up the next day and I just felt terrible. And today I'm glad that I didn't kill myself, because now I'm a great person and I help people and I do good for the community.
Good. You know, it's I guess, again, I never try to kill myself. Brett never tried to kill himself. But I can, identify with this next question that, everybody's under the assumption that when people try to commit suicide, they're crazy. Is that, the rundown?
No,
So you have no screws loose?
No, I think it's more like they're not the crazy ones. The crazy ones are the people that are pushing and pushing and pushing until something does happen. Because it's not the person who tries to kill themselves' fault. It's more the people who antagonize towards it.
What do you think, Billy?
I believe basically the same thing, that people who try to kill themselves, normally they have a reason. You know, whether it be bullying, whether it be abusive parents, partners, or not having any friends, or just like a side effect from your medicine.
You guys both have friends? You have friends in school?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good friends, good people that that you're around with? Yeah. Awesome. You think that, once you're branded, I guess, as a person that tries to commit suicide, you think that by talking about it, it encourages you to do it?
No, I mean, like, a lot of time when you talk about it, it's not like, oh man, you were so stupid for doing that. It's more like, well, how do you feel now? Are you okay? And people care for you, and you always, like, do what I do. I have somebody that I can always talk to if I really needed to, and that's Brett. And so, not really. I mean, like, ever since I had a best friend, I was just like, I don't think about it as much.
Basically, I think the same thing, it's...
All right, good. So you have someone that you talk to now, are you in counseling? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
The thing about the counseling, though, is most people
Hang
don't
on,
go...
we'll get to that. This is going to be one of the questions I'm going to ask you. I know where you're going with it already. All right, so if there was something that you could do, that will take away the urge, to commit suicide, or if there's something that contributes to your feeling of suicide, what is it? What do you think other people are thinking that are watching this video? What makes you think about killing yourself?
Well, it's a good handful of things. I mean, it could be just pure bullying, abuse at home. It could be rape. It could be anything that could possibly just like slowly tear at you on the inside.
Scar you.
Yeah.
I think on our video, what you said, the closing of our video, where you guys could put on a smile and everybody thinks that everything's okay, when really it's not okay. So, hi, I'm Billy and I'm fine. Is that what you want to hear? You know what I mean? Being sarcastic. Okay. If you guys were talking to somebody, is there any tell signs that you could see, you guys going through it, that you could tell, okay, something's up with that dude, that would maybe, say, okay, I think he has the potential to kill himself?
Well, yeah. Like, 'cause I've been around enough that like, I'm a pretty upbeat person and I like to have fun and I like to goof around a lot. But like, if I started to be depressed, you would be able to tell, because I wouldn't be myself. I'd be a zombie. That's basically what it turns into. Because you just start to break down inside, and then you just push yourself through the day and just try to not think about anything, which usually shows no emotion at all. So that's no.
You feel the same way?
More or less, sometimes, some of the telltale signs are, if they're, if they start to feel, awkward, hey, how's it going? You're like, no, hey. And they kind of feel weird, it seems. Then normally, something's going on, or even if they're just, teary-eyed all the time, or upset, that basically shows that they're depressed. Whether they have cutters or
What can, you know, the outside people do, you know, like what could me or Brett do to help you guys?
Just like be there, be like the best friend you could possibly be, have somebody that you can trust when you need to talk to. Just having someone there for you, I think, is the best thing.
I would have to say, like, stand up for the people who are bullied. Like, if they're being bullied, don't just sit there and go, "No." Like, do something. Like, go to that kid's brother and say, how about you leave him alone? You know? Sometimes that it's difficult because you may know that person, you may like him, but how do you know that that person isn't saying something behind your back? You know? I mean, I've had a friend like that who would just be, oh, okay, and then a couple days later, a bunch of kids come over, yo, he's saying this, yo, he's saying that. And those people are fakers.
No, those people really aren't your friends. So, you know, you have a problem with bullying, you know, in school? Yeah.
I used to. Not so much anymore, except for this one kid won't leave me alone.
Still, he bothers you?
Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, you're gonna have a band of brothers helping you real soon. Okay, all the talk, you know, that you guys go through when you hear about suicide, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one that is, you know, that cares. I'm sure there's other people out there that care. Does it do any good? Does it do any good to talk about it? You embarrassed, you know, what's up, you know, just give me kind of a feel on, you know, how would we talk to somebody that's trying to commit suicide and make them feel better?
Kind of like some people, like when you come to them, I've tried to kill myself. Though some people will just like, oh, and then just like never talk to you again.
Think you're weird or something?
Yeah, I think that you're crazy, but in reality, it's like, then that just makes you feel worse. And like me, like sometimes my friends, like they won't come and hang out with me that much more. And then I start feeling depressed because I'm thinking, what did I do?
Yeah, of course.
And yeah.
Can you tell that people are at risk? You think you could, you know, or is that too, you know, I'm sure that kids nowadays hide everything. You guys know that already, so you really can't tell unless you're, you know, good friends with them, like you said, to see signs where they're a recluse, you know, quiet, you know.
Yeah, I
shut
mean,
down.
like if you're walking past somebody who's depressed in the hall and you don't know the person at all,
You're never gonna tell them.
you would never notice, because a lot of time when you're depressed, you don't want to talk about it because it is fairly difficult to talk about it. I mean, depending on your situation.
You think kids think that they, you know, well, you know, it's my life, you know, if I have a right to take my life if I want to, is that what you think?
Basically, it's like, sometimes they feel as if like maybe their mother doesn't like them, when in reality she loves them with all their heart and they just don't realize it. Or sometimes it could be like a girlfriend breaking up and then they just figure, well, I'm too good for this. Or like some people just say it just for attention, which when I hear about that, I just hate it. It's
funny
like
that,
they don't know what it's like to want to end your life.
No, you're right, a lot of people don't know. That's what, you know, you know, you're gonna help people talking about this. You guys really are, both of you. I commend you. I don't know if I could sit in your seats and answer questions. I know it's not easy. Here's Brett, his nickname is Boo. My best friend growing up, you know, got in a fight with his girlfriend, just like you said. You know, he said, I'm gonna go home or I'm gonna kill myself. She said, go ahead. You know what he did? Went home and blew his head off. It just, I guess where I'm going with that is, you know, words hurt. A lot of people think, okay, oh, you know, I'll tell him to go kill himself because he ain't gonna do it. There's people out there that are gonna do it. There's people out there that if you say, go kill yourself, they're at that point and they're gonna do it. I guess my point is, you know, you guys can identify, watch your words. You know, sometimes words hurt.
One of the things I have to say is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words always scar me because the words run deeper than the physical.
Because you know, once something's said, right, you can't take it back. I don't care what anybody says. When someone tells you that, you know, saying I'm sorry, that don't mean shit.
Because whenever someone says something and it really gets under your skin, it really like eats away at you, and you cannot just like, you can't just be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, I'll forget about it tomorrow, because it lingers and
Yeah,
it
of course,
builds up.
especially hurtful words. You can't take them back.
It's like somebody says, like, I hate you, I don't like you, you're ugly, and then, like, if they say you're ugly, and you'll try your hardest to make yourself look better, and then you just make yourself look ugly, or like they say you're fat, and that just makes you anorexic.
You talk about mothers. I just lost my mom, she died of cancer. This poor kid hasn't seen his mother in, what, 8 years?
They're around that.
8 years, she's a dirtbag, doesn't come around, but again, I'm not saying, to downplay anything, but his grandmother died, his mom don't come around. There's other things to concentrate on besides, thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna go kill myself, You understand what I'm getting at? You gotta look at some things that are positive. I know it's easy for me to say, I haven't been there. You understand what I'm getting at? I know it's rough for you, you're young, things will get better when you get older. I hope that's, that's helping you really well, or you make it better, you know what I mean? You have to make it better. Things don't change just because you wish it to. You have to make that change. Doesn't mean, the easy way out. I think, that's the easy way out, to go and take your life. That's the easy way out. You're gonna hurt your family, you're gonna hurt your friends, those that do like you, if you were to kill yourself. You know
Even
what I
the
mean?
people that they talk to crap, that might even hurt them.
Right,
It's
if
not
it
like-
doesn't hurt them, then they're assholes, you know what I mean?
And I mean, it's not attempted, because and then that one person will change it. Because if you attempt it, and that it may brighten up one person, but it'll completely destroy all the rest.
Especially your family. You would not only kill yourself, you would kill your family. You said you're in counseling. You think, does counseling help you? Does it,
Sometimes I'll be the first to admit, sometimes like if I'm having a rough day and I'll be, yeah, okay, yeah. And I won't answer it fully because sometimes it's like, they don't know. They don't know what you've been through. It's a good place to start.
all right, so it does help a little bit.
Yeah,
So
it's a great
I
place
guess
to start.
the best thing to do is do maybe exactly what we're doing. Friends, family, and people that care. That's what LEXI'S Place, what I want to do. Anything you want to add?
Well, I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't think counseling really helps. I mean, it helps slightly, but I mean, unless it's happened to them, they don't really understand, because you have to be like in that situation or have been in your life to really fully understand the person to like try to help them.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like one of the worst things is, I feel. It's like you don't like, hey, my friend that I know just died, and be like, I know how you feel. It's like, no, you don't. You don't know him the way I know him, so therefore you don't know how I feel.
No, you're right.
And I can't stand when people say that. I just almost want to hit them.
You're
They
right.
have no clue.
I think that what they're trying to do is just to pacify and say,
Yeah.
they understand where you're coming from. Yeah, it don't make any sense. Anything you want to add?
Not really. I just feel like if you ever feel like you need someone to talk to, or you ever feel like you're alone, just find someone that you're close to and you feel comfortable talking to, and just tell them what's up.
If someone needed to talk to you,
I have a few people that do come and talk to me.
would you talk to a stranger?
I definitely would talk to a stranger.
Would you?
Yes.
Would you?
Definitely.
All right, so anybody that's out there watching the video now, you guys are saying, call you, message LEXI'S Place, one of you guys will talk to them?
Yeah, if you ever need to talk about anything, I mean, I think I speak for all of us that we're always going to be here whenever you need someone,
So there's a really cool band called Honest Sleep. They're on Facebook. You guys can like their page. They have a slogan. I don't know if you can see it, from the camera, but it's "You are strong. You can fight through this." These guys will help you. Like LEXI'S Place. I hope that you got a little bit of benefit from this. Anything you want to add, Billy?
Basically, don't hide it. The longer you carry it on your back, the more cramped up it's going to be. The more harder it is to walk, the more harder it is to laugh, because when you laugh, you'll just fall. And then when you get it off, it's a lot easier.
Good. If no one told you, I love you. You too. You already know it. That's all we got.
Stay classy in Niagara Falls.
Yeah. fly through this, you are strong. You can fly through this, you are strong. You can fly through this, you are strong. You can fly through this.